What advice do you give to young aspiring authors looking to get their book published?
So I published my book myself. I'm self-published. I had a book coach. His name is Tony Gaskins, who led me through the whole process. I would say get started today. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Dedicate time every day to writing your book. I would recommend anything in life, whether it's finances or writing a book. If you don't know how to do it, find somebody who knows how to do it. Find somebody you trust, invest that money, invest in a teacher, invest in a coach. And Tony really did just walk me through that process. So I'm happy to share his information. I'm sure he'll be happy to have you. But I say just do it and go for it. Don't think about, oh, I'm self-publishing, or oh, I should find a publisher. Don't come up with any excuses. Just write and go for it. This is my first book. I'm working on my second book, Call from Harvard to Hollywood. Yeah. So I'm hoping that it will be out in December, but I'm actually dedicating most of tomorrow to continuing to write it. I've already started writing it, so looking forward to it.
Perfect. And what would you say that you've learned? What's the biggest lesson you've learned in that process of going from author to self-published?
I think it's really about just stepping out and doing something new and not being afraid to step out and do something different.
Hello! Watching the Naustdal show. Everybody, what did you think?
Brilliant.
Thumbs up. Fitty fitty.
I think the singer could have just left out.
But
She's getting in everyone's bloody way.
goodie bag is a hit though. Goodie bag was a hit. Guys, I have just come back from the fashion show. Let me get my Dot Cotton glass. Oh, well I do say, only for medicinal purposes. Yes. Alright, let me tell you about my week. In terms of the clothing, there were some really nice pieces. Like in terms of the brand itself, it makes me think about the type of things I would like to wear to weddings as a guest. I think she even had like 2 wedding dresses in there, like with veils as well. That was really pretty. One thing that I also really liked is that it was very multicultural, and there was 2 black girls, and I really liked that. And then the girl singing, she was also black. There was also a black ballerina as well, and I was loving it. In terms of the show itself, I think there was a few technical difficulties. I didn't really like people that were like walking up and down while the fashion show was going on. I just feel like that really took away from what was going on the catwalk. So I mean, that was kind of whack. Other than that, the show was good. It was at the Playboy casino / club. Never been there before. But to the more exciting part, I got a goodie bag. Should I tell you who I was sitting behind as well? One of the guys from Dragon's Den. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of familiar faces there. A lot of familiar faces, like people from TV that you're wondering, oh, who could that be? And if you're wondering who the designer is, she was on that show on Channel 4, Too Posh to Parent. Do you guys remember that show? Well, she was one of those parents on that show that is Too Posh to Parent. I went to Cocktails with Claire, and Claire Sumners is the editor-in-chief of Fashion Bomb Daily. And that event was nice because I felt like I definitely left there feeling like my vision had become clearer. I left there feeling inspired, you know what I mean? I like how she kept it real, and how she didn't try and make out like everything is perfect in this blogging game, which I feel like a lot of people like on the whole blogging, YouTubing, fashion thing are all image. I feel like it's all for the image, but I feel like she was just so real. Like she let you know, look, she didn't start making money till 4 years after doing her blog. Fashion Bomb Daily has 1.2 million followers on Instagram. Yeah. In terms of her advice, it was very useful to me, and especially with me and where I am at the moment. Like, I handed in my notice at work. I've got a 2 months notice period. I don't have another job lined up, but obviously I do my thing. I've always had Amarachi. I used to do it full time, and then my vision was kind of clouded a bit, and I was thinking, oh my god, I want to have the security of having the same amount of money coming in all the time. I want to be able to save for a house and so on. So I've been working for a concierge company, doing lifestyle management, which I love. I absolutely love. But the only thing is that it's so taxing. It is so taxing. It's so much hard work. You leave the office and things is on your mind. It was consuming me. I was not being creative anymore. I wasn't even creating new jewelry. I wasn't promoting as much as I usually do. I wasn't getting the opportunities like I used to get. And what kick-started it for me was jury service. It was just all that spare time. Like, I was loving it. What is it? What's that song? Sleeping is cheating. I feel like if I have spare time, I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I feel guilty. Like, if I am not busy, or let me not say that, if I'm not productive, I feel like what am I doing? The free time at jewelry service, I loved it. That's when I started this YouTube channel in the first place. I've gone off topic, but basically, more importantly, Claire, like, you have got my mind ticking right to where it belongs, like where it needs to be ticking. So I'm just so excited. I was wearing one of my Amarachi pieces. This is another piece, unreleased. Obviously I get high off my own supply before I make it available to you guys. Come on, I need some type of perk. I was wearing one of my custom chokers. She complimented it and she was like, is that one of your pieces? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I need one, I need one. And I gave her my card and I was like, email me, make sure you email me. And she put it in her bra, imagine that. Me and my friend was talking about it previously before we even approached her, and I was like, she doesn't have a bag, she doesn't even have pockets. Can you imagine if we give her our card and then we find it on the floor like 2 minutes later? I'll be so mad, you know. And imagine, like, when she put it in her bra, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Because had I found it on the floor, I would have just had to. Generally, it's been a really good week. Other than me getting ill, that was not part of my plan. And let me just plug my case. Yep, yeah. You can get these cases on my website. You can get whatever you want on it, boo. Whatever you want. You can get your name. You can get your boyfriend's name. You can get your mama's name. You can get your dog's name. You can get whatever phrase, whatever word you want. I don't limit it to how many letters. Obviously, I'm not trying to write a Bible scripture on there. As long as it's reasonable, I will do it. You can get whatever charms you want. I've got a little kush leaf there. You know, usually what I've done for other people is like an Ankh or Nefertiti or Medusa or a gun. Like, you can get whatever you want. www.amarachi.co.uk. This week has been an interesting week. Let me tell you something else that happened to me. I was making some jewelry orders, and for some reason I just needed a reminder of what the finished product looked like. So I went on my website. Well, I typed in my website so that I could see whether it comes with a stone finding or a different finding. Like, I just wanted to double check. Typed in Amarachi jewelry in Google. Usually when I do that, like, I have the first 3 pages of Google, and I looked at the first one and something didn't look right. Firstly, there was a dot after the Y in jewelry. My tagline was there, but then I saw shoes there and I was like, what? And then I clicked on the website and it wasn't my website. It had like any boots on there, cowboy boots or whatever. I typed in the full URL because I can't even talk URL because I own 2 URLs, www.amarachi.co.uk and www.amarachijewelry.co.uk. amarachijewelry.co.uk I've had for 4 years, and every year it renews. Somebody bought my URL posing as my brand, trying to steal my traffic that I have worked hard for to sell any cheap shoes. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, like, when I came to realization what was going on, like what exactly was going on, I swear to God, I swear I cried for maybe 15 minutes straight. I don't think anyone can really understand, like, literally the hard work I've put into creating designs, making jewelry, marketing jewelry, promoting it, creating this brand, and for somebody to come, my URL renews every single year. Pray tell me why on year 4 all of a sudden it didn't renew. There's an investigation going on anyway, but what is killing me is the fact that this person clearly preyed on me. They knew what I was doing, they knew the type of traffic I got, they knew, basically they targeted me, they wanted what I had. What's killing me is that they appear #1 on Google. I'm dying inside. Like literally after I had about 15 minutes crying, like my boyfriend was literally hugging me, like saying let it out, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool, we'll fix it. And I'm so glad that he was here. I just felt defeated for a second, and then I just remembered this week. I was like, listen, I've been through this type of thing before. Like AliExpress, a vendor on AliExpress completely copied my design and was using my pictures from my own photo shoot, and this type of thing used to get me upset. But now really, like when I look at it and when I think about it, it's like if I wasn't doing something right, then there would be no reason for people to do this. What it is, when you're a creative or when you're an artist, you're sensitive about your, you know what, I just feel like this week has been such an inspirational week that really I can get through anything. If anything, it's making me work harder. All my business cards that I handed out at some of the events like were void because it was leading people to their website. So do you know what, in 2 hours I designed a business card and I printed it off. And you know what? It gave me an excuse to think, do you know what? Let me rebrand. Let me rebrand. And look, new things. Giving you the sneak preview of the thing. Do you know what? Maybe I needed a revamp. Maybe I needed a reboot. Maybe this is God's message of telling me, love what you're doing, boo, but work harder. My boyfriend said that God wouldn't give me anything that I couldn't handle. I agree 100%. And guess what? Thanks to who is, I know your name, I know where you live, so you best be careful I don't come run up on your yard. How about that? Yeah?